everybody, welcome back to the AS Clemar YouTube channel. Now, today's video is a big one because it is the transfer roundup for all of January. Now, just for context, I'm not going to be going through any of the details of the transfers. I'm not going to be going through any other league bar the Premier League, and we are just going to list them. There's so much more than I thought had happened. It is outrageous. A lot happened in January and I didn't have a clue. Okay, so with that being said, we're only going to talk about a few of them as we go along. Ones that I feel like I can talk about and ones that I feel like I know more about than others. So not all of them are going to get spoken about, just bear that in mind. But without further ado, let's get into it. We're not going in date order. I did have this thing where it was like the date order, but it also included like Championship, La Liga, and there's far too much around the world that just happens, so no point in going through all of that. We're just going to focus on the Premier League today. I'm probably not going to do any other leagues. It's just effort. A lot of effort goes into these videos, but anyway, we're starting at Arsenal. We're going to go through the clubs in order. And you know what, while we're here, just before we start, I'll grab a drink. I could have done with having my glasses on as well. But they're like up there somewhere, I think. Anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna zoom in because they're writing small. So Arsenal coming in is Omar Rekik from Hertha Berlin. Is that the guy I'm thinking of? It is. Ow. I've done something to my finger. He's a defender, I think. Yeah, he's a defender. Coming in from Hertha Berlin, we have Matt Ryan coming in from Brighton, which is a goalkeeper. That one surprised me when I heard that at the start of not the start of the transfer window, but earlier on in the transfer window. And lastly, Martin Ødegaard, a big signing on loan from Real Madrid. Had a really bright future when he was like 15, 16. He then sort of went off the rails a little bit, and his attitude was bad as far as I'm aware. Got loaned out and sent to different clubs. Back at Real Madrid now, but now loaned out to Arsenal. They need a cam. They've got Emil Smith-Rowe who's playing very well, but as you'll see in a second, someone has left the club. Going to Schalke is actually Sead Kolasinac, which is a strange one for me. I thought he was okay when he was at Arsenal. He certainly wasn't bad, but I suppose they've got Tierney now, so you know Kolasinac isn't needed. William Saliba has gone back out on loan. I swore that they were gonna use him in their first team. I swear he was like tipped to be the next best thing at Arsenal in terms of centre back wise, but he's gone back on loan to Nice. Daniel Ballard has had a loan extension at Blackpool. Matt Macy has gone to Hibernian. Socrates has actually been released by Arsenal, so that's good. You know, no more Socrates. Arguably one of my favourite cards last year on FIFA. Mesut Ozil has gone to Fenerbahce. I think his contract was terminated and he was allowed to leave on a free, but I'm pretty sure, if I've heard the reports correctly, Arsenal are actually paying his wages for the rest of this year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong with that. Matt Smith has gone to Charlton on loan. Joseph Olowu has gone to Wealdstone on loan. Wealdstone Raider, yes. Zek Medley has gone to Kilmarnock on loan. And then Shokradan, Mustafi, we're going to call him Mustafi. I never realised his first name was Shkodran. I thought he was always Shokradan. Shokradan, whatever. Anyway, Mustafi has gone to Schalke. That's quite, did I know that one? Yes, I did know that one because the Schalke centre-back has gone to Liverpool. Yeah, we'll get to that. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, a really sort of promising young player. He had bids from a few teams as far as I'm aware. I think Leicester, or no, was it Leeds, Newcastle and West Brom were in offers for him, something like that. He's gone to West Brom on loan. Hopefully a pretty nice deal for him. Getting the game time would be pretty nice as well for him. Joe Willock has left on loan to Newcastle. I think Arteta's done the good thing of identifying all of the youth prospects that are probably going to be coming into the team in the next 2 years, sending them out on loan to get them decent game time at decent clubs. Because we look at Saliba, Nice, very good squad. You look at Maitland-Niles, West Brom, going to be getting plenty of game time. Joe Willock going to be getting plenty of game time. It just makes sense that a few of these have gone out to decent clubs. And then James Olayinka has had his loan extended at Southend. Moving on to Aston Villa. This could be a long video. I'm trying to get through it. Moving on to Aston Villa. We have Morgan Sanson coming in from Marseille. Now, that surprised me. I didn't think... Pardon me. I didn't think Aston Villa would do much this transfer. Bloody Nora. I didn't think they'd do much this transfer window. However, they've done alright, haven't they? They've brought in a very, very key player. Now, when you looked at the Aston Villa squad, I thought, where could they improve? You know, Grealish on the left, Ollie Watkins up top, El Ghazi on the right, Barkley through the middle. You've got McGinn and, was it Douglas Luiz through the middle? I thought McGinn is incredible. Douglas Luiz is good. I wouldn't say he's the best. Then you looked at the defence, you know, Mings, Matty Cash, Target, Konza, and then Emi Martinez in goal. And I sit there and think they've got a solid squad. And they have got a solid squad. So where could they improve? Probably in the midfield somewhere, you know, bring in a replacement. Or at least like a good sub. And Morgan Sanson is way above that level in my eyes. I think Morgan Sanson's going straight into their team. Take out Douglas Luiz. I think you've got Morgan Sanson, who's a very nice sort of ball-playing midfielder and can hold the ball very well. McGinn is a very good box-to-box midfielder, which complements that quite well. You've got one player that's relatively stationary and can, you know, pick out a good pass in Morgan Sanson, and he's quite physical as well. You've got McGinn, who's got a box-to-box, and then you've got Barkley ahead of him, who's a lot more creative, as well as Grealish and El Ghazi and Watkins. I think that's like an incredible purchase in my eyes anyway. How much did they get him for? Let me just check. Doesn't say. Morgan Sanson, let's go to his transfer market. They paid 14.2 million. That's a steal in my eyes. How old is he? 28? Oh no, he's 26. They've got like 5 or 6, 7 years out of him. That's a solid buy anyway. Leaving the club, I don't think many of these are really of note. But Luvla Kalinic has gone to Hajduk Split on loan. Jack Clark's gone to Chesterfield on loan. Tyreek Wright has gone to Walsall on loan. Dominic Revan's gone to Weymouth on loan. Callum Rowe's gone to Hereford on loan. Connor Hurihane, or Hurian, however you pronounce it, has gone to Swansea on loan. That's probably one of the 3 that I know off this list. Indiana Vasilev has gone to Cheltenham on loan. Henry Lansbury has actually been released by the club. That's probably got a player off their wage bill. And then Frederick Wilbur has gone to Strasbourg on loan. So, again, getting quite a few players out and getting them game time if needed. But then bringing in a solid player. Brighton. My hair's too made in, hang on. I just had a shower, so it's like really thin again. You can see it already. Gee, I need a haircut. Brighton have brought in Moises Caicedo from Independiente del Valle. I don't know who that is, but hopefully it'll be good. Out of the club is Jason Malumbi. I don't think Brighton have done terrible, if I'm being honest. Brighton have done really bad. Brighton have actually done really bad. Is this Caicedo a goalkeeper? No. Midfielder. Okay, so Brighton have lost their main goalkeeper in Matt Ryan, who's gone on loan to Arsenal for no reason. Glenn Morris gone to Nottingham Forest. Max Sanders gone to Lincoln. Bernardo, their left back, has actually gone to RB Salzburg, which means I need to get him out of my FPL as quick as I can. Warren MK Dons. Victor Gaia-Carres has gone to Coventry. And Jason Malumbi's gone to Preston on loan, as I've just said. So, they got rid of their goalkeeper. They haven't brought anyone else in. They've got rid of Glenn Murray, who probably weren't going to get game time. They've got rid of Bernardo, a left back. What are they going to do? They haven't really brought anyone else in. Bernardo gone. I need to bring in a select replacement defender, please. Max, I've got 3.9. Let's go for Mitchell at Crystal Palace because he's got the most points so far. And player, nice. Okay, sorted. So going on to Burnley, Ben Ward has come in from Hastings and Anthony Gomez Mancini has come in from Angers. I don't know if that's good or not. I wouldn't say it's the best, to be fair. And then going out of the club is Bobby Thomas, Lucas Jensen, Adam Phillips and Mace Goodrich, who have all gone out to lower league teams on loan. Lucas Jensen's got to Bolton, that's probably the one of note. And then, although Adam Phillips has gone to Accrington Stanley, so yeah, nothing really happened there. Not really the best in my eyes in terms of a transfer window. Now, Chelsea haven't brought anyone in. And you know what? I think that's for the best. New manager. A squad that's full of players in different areas. If anything, we need to start thinning out the squad a little bit. Especially in sort of like midfield and attack. We've got far too many. But out of the club, Charlie Brown has gone to MK Dons. Lucas Piazon's gone to Braga. Danny Drinkwater has gone to Kasim Parza on loan. Baba Rahman's gone to Payok on loan. And Jack Wakely's gone to Brighton on loan. All players that we couldn't care less about nowadays, like Danny Drinkwater. I think he only came in to get our English player numbers up at the time. Lucas Piazon. Enough said about him. Didn't do enough for the club. He was at the club for so many years, and we've just let him go because he was never getting into the team. He was never good enough. Don't get me wrong, but a good few youngsters there going out on loan, and then the last and the biggest one for me is Fikayo Tomori. He's gone to AC Milan on loan. I didn't know what to think about this because on the one hand, yes, it's going to get him game time at a good club, but is he actually going to get game time? Probably not. Second of all, they've added a buyout clause of like 26 million. That's a steal for a player like Tomori. I really like him. And I'd hope that with the new manager coming in, would have given him some game time, but I don't know. Crystal Palace then, Jean-Philippe Mateta has come in from Mainz on loan. That's the only player to come in. There is 6 players that have gone out. Rob Street to Torquay on loan. Maximilian Meyer has been released. I always thought he was quite good. Is he not that good? He must have been terrible. No, he's shite. I'm trying to think, when recently have I even heard of him? And it hasn't. It's like years ago where he came onto the scene. Scott Banks has gone to Dunfermline on loan. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of these words, but Yaroslav Yak has gone to Rakov. Chestokova. I might have butchered that, but I might have got that right. On loan. Sam Woods has gone to Plymouth Argyle on loan, and Brandon Pierrick has gone to Kilmarnock on loan. Everton have signed Joshua King on deadline day. At 1 o'clock in the morning, they managed to finalise that. They had until 11 o'clock at night on the Monday to, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to chill out here. They had until 11 o'clock on the Monday night to submit the request and say that negotiations are underway, and then they had another 2 hours to finalise the deal, in which they did get it done. They've signed him from AFC Bournemouth on loan. I think that's going to be good. I think that's a great backup striker for them. Matthew Pennington has gone to Shrewsbury on loan. Is that the young... No, ignore me. Jared Braithwaite has gone to Blackburn on loan. Ellis Sims has gone to Blackpool on loan. Yannick Balassi has gone to Middlesbrough on loan. That's a funny one. Remember when Balassi tore up the Premier League for like half a season? Colossal has gone to Midtjylland on loan. Oh no, he's gone on permanent, sorry. Now Sanktoson, which is why they needed to buy Joshua King, has actually gone to Besiktas on loan, which could be very good for them. I think he's a good player, just not a Premier League sort of level player. John Joe Kenny has gone to Celtic on loan. Benny Beningimi has gone to Derby on loan. Didn't hear of that. Oh no, I did hear of that one. I wondered who he was and where he came from because I saw him on Derby's Twitter. But I was having fun trying to read the name because it was all just one word when I was reading it. It was like Benny Beningimi. It was hard. And then Anthony Gordon went to Preston on loan. So that's Everton's. Everton's has been okay. Didn't really do too much. Nothing really panic buying other than Joshua King, but I wouldn't necessarily say he was the worst panic buy because he's a solid player. My hair is winding me up now. Fulham have brought in Josh Madger from Bordeaux on loan. Not much to say about that. It's a great signing. Fulham do need a good few signings. Oh, and they've lost a few players as well. Anthony Knockout has had his loan extended at Forest. That's fair enough. Jerome Opoku has gone to Plymouth. No, that was a loan extension as well. Stefan Johansson has gone to QPR on loan. Now a few that have surprised me. Jean-Michael Seri has gone to Bordeaux on loan. I always thought he was okay. Not amazing, but okay. But he's obviously gone back to the French league on loan. And then Aboubakar Kamara has gone to Dijon on loan. Did he not have a few appearances for Fulham this season? It's great to see him go. And then Maxime Le Marchand has gone to Royal Antwerp on loan. Niskens Cabano has gone to Middlesbrough on loan. So again, quite a lot of teams getting rid or loaning out a few players in January. I think January is the perfect time for it though. You've had a good few months to really evaluate your squad, like mid-league, and then it's time to see who's actually made an impact, who hasn't, and then maybe do you need to offload a few players to cover some like finances, or is it a case of loaning out a few players that have been okay, but you think they need a bit of game time really? Now Leeds again haven't signed anyone, but they have let a few people go. That being Jordan Stevens has gone to Bradford on loan. Ryan Edmondson has gone to Northampton on loan. Robbie Gotts has gone to Salford on loan. Rafa Majika has gone to Las Palmas on loan. Connor Shaughnessy has been released. And then J. Roy Grott has gone to Osnabrück. Oops. He's gone to Osnabrück. None of those I'm familiar with, if I'm being totally honest. Doesn't really make a difference to me. Like, Leeds have probably had the most boring one. Like, no one in and just a few randomers out of the club. Same with Leicester City, bar maybe one or two. No one in the club. Out of the club, they've had Admiral Musque has gone to Wickham. Matty James has gone to Coventry. Daniel Iverson has gone to Preston. Josh Knight has gone to Wickham. And then Philip Benkovic has gone to OH Leuven on loan. Bit of a strange one. Islam Slimani has gone to Lyon. How much for does it tell us? Slimani there. Has gone. It's 32 now. He's gone for 4.5 mil. That's fine. Pardon me. Darnell Johnson has gone to AFC Wimbledon, and then this one, Damari Gray, right, has gone to Bayer Leverkusen. Surely not. He's valued at about 10 million. He's still 20. He's 24 years old. He's still young. I thought he had big potential, and he's gone for just under £2 million. That is a solid signing. Oh, his contract will up in the summer. That's probably why. And then we move On to panic buys of the season. Liverpool. They needed defenders. Fair enough. I'm not sure the ones they've got are particularly good. However, I do think the deals that they've got for them are good. Ben Davies from Preston. Now, my argument for this is he might have been technically the best defender in the Championship so far this season. Fair enough, but we saw it again last season with Ben White, and he was the best centre-back last season with Leeds, and he's been shit for Brighton. So what is it really that good to be nominated as the best defender for the Championship? Probably not. But anyway, Preston haven't really had the best of seasons. In fact, have they? How are Preston doing? They could have been quite surprising, I wouldn't know. Table, where are they? They're 11th, so the mid-table. They've won 1 in the last 5 and lost 3. But yeah, for an okay price, obviously not breaking the bank. And then they've got a very good deal out of Ozan Kabak. Now, I'm pretty sure he had a future stars a few years ago. Not that that should sway like any sort of opinions, but he's been tipped for a while to be a very good centre-back, a very good ball-playing centre-back. We know that Schalke are bottom of the table. They've only won 1 game. They've been leaking goals. But you can't necessarily put that down to one person. Like, it's not his fault. It's the team as a whole's fault. They're not scoring and they're conceding. So, hey ho, it's not brilliant. Okay. He's still probably got a lot of potential now. A £1 million loan fee is a bargain, with an £18 million buy option at the end of that if they want to. Which I think if he comes in and he impresses, that could be very good. That is a great option at the end of the day. If he comes in and doesn't do too well, you've paid £1 million for him. Who's it hurt, really? No one. Fair play. And you've solved your defender issue because you've just signed 2 defenders. Nice. Now, Liam Miller has joined Charlton on loan out of the club. Adam Lewis has gone to Plymouth on loan. Sepp van der Berg has gone to Preston on loan, which I think could have been a bit of a swap option that no one really knew about. Because, I mean, bringing in Ben Davies and Sepp van der Berg going back out on loan to them makes a lot of sense, you know. I take one of your players, you give us one of yours. Yeah. And then they've messed up here. This is meant to say Southampton, but they've put Liverpool. Leaving the club on loan is Takumi Minamino. You know, this guy that's been tipped to be like one of the... I think he might arguably have been the worst signing of last season. Like, I know that he came in as a substitute and a backup option to the likes of Salah and Mane, maybe even Firmino when he wants to play in like a central role. But he's been shit, hasn't he? He's been a bag of shite. And he's gone to Southampton on loan, which I was speaking to my friend last night, big Southampton fan. He thinks that's the most ridiculous deal Southampton have done in many, many years. He doesn't think it's a very good deal. A strange one for me. Like, it's an odd player for Liverpool to loan out, but it's also an odd player for Southampton to bring in. But we'll see that in a minute when we talk about Southampton. Now, moving on to Man City. Jesus Christ. How many have we got? We've got quite a few. I might leave it there for this one. And we might do a part 2. Part 2 will be out. Let's have a look at the schedule. Part 2 will be out Saturday. I'm going to copy that, paste that there. And do January transfer part 2. So, part 2 will be out Saturday. I